In this video, we're going to see how we can take a 3D view of a model and pull apart or displace certain aspects of it, such as exterior walls, so we can better see how things sort of fit together. And it's a really great visual tool, and it's really not that difficult to do. So if I've opened up this model called Exploded Model, and in the project browser, we've got a view already created, a 3D view called 3D Exploded. And so let's sort of 3D orbit around so we take a closer look at this particular elevation. And if we select this wall, we can then go in the View ribbon, in the Modify Walls ribbon under View. We've got this button right here, which is Displace Elements. Now, I want you to keep in mind we're not actually physically pulling these objects apart and affecting our working drawings. All we're doing is we're creating an image of these features pulled away from their original position. So if we click on that button, we can see the sort of what we refer to in AutoCAD as the UCS icon, the User Coordinate System icon. Basically, it's identifying which way is up, down, left and right, or X, Y, and Z directions. So if I want to pull this wall away from the front of the building, I would pick this arrow, and it will allow you to pull away that wall. Now, if we look at this, if we 3D rotate around, you can see what that effect is. It's pretty cool. And if you wanted to set it back to its original position, once we've started the process, you can see we have three options here: Edit, Reset, and Path. Reset will put that feature back in its original location. So I'm going to explode or displace that feature again. And let's look at Path. Now, sometimes when you have a lot of objects displaced, it's difficult to really see which object is where it originally comes from. So if we select Path, what we can do is we can click on the different parts, or corners in this case, of the displaced element, and it actually gives you dashed lines to connect the displaced item to its original location. Now, if we intended to actually displace this wall as well, rather than displacing it separately, what we can do is, I'm going to get out of the Path command by hitting Escape. Pick this wall again, and this is where Edit comes into play. With Edit, you can see now our image is in 2D wireframe, and it is the displaced item is already is in green, is colored green. Up here we have a special ribbon here that's appeared: Add, Remove, Finish, and Cancel. Add allows you to pick another feature to include in the displacement set. If it turned out we had made a mistake and we only had wanted to displace this wall, we could use Remove and then pick this wall, and it will no longer be displaced. It's a lot easier to be consistent with how far away the displaced elements are if we include them all together. And then once we click Finish, there it is. So we can continue to work. If I want to displace the roof, what I can do is I can select the roof, and I can go to, in the Modify Roofs ribbon, Displace Elements. Now this time I want to move it in the Z direction, which is straight up, like so. And I meant to include this roof as well, so I can Edit, select this roof, Finish, and if I want, I can add paths here. It's hard to see it, but here, here, and it looks like it already had added, must have added it as a connection to another path created. And so now, oh, I missed one, so hang on here. I thought I saw it there before, but I didn't. I hit Escape there, And so we've begun displacing our model. Now, just to show you that we haven't physically altered the existing building, this is just imagery. If we go to the default 3D view, we can see that everything is exactly where it originally was. Okay, so that's how that works.